Hello viewers, welcome to this video lecture series on C programming. Today's topic of discussion is on character data type. In my previous video sessions, I have explained you about the integer data type, signed integer and unsigned integer. Also, I have given few examples on both signed and unsigned integers. Now this session is all about the character data type. The character data type can be a signed or unsigned. So irrespective of whether it is a signed data type or unsigned character data type, it occupies only 1 byte. So 1 byte of memory is required here for the character data type. And already I said in my previous sessions also that signed data type accepts both positive and negative values, whereas unsigned data type accepts only positive values. Now here also we'll check what is the minimum and maximum value it can store. Now since 1 byte is needed here for the character data type, to store the value, 1 byte is how much? It is 8 bits. Fine. Now what will be the minimum value? Any point of time, if all the 8 bits are zeros, okay, if you write it in binary, if all the 8 bits are zeros, then the decimal equivalent here is 0. That means the minimum value is 0 here. Minimum value is 0. Any point of time, if assume that all the bits are ones, then this is how much? So, but when you are writing the range for the signed and unsigned, you have to write in this manner. See, for signed data type, signed character data type, it accepts both positive and negative values, but the maximum values are how much? 256. So you have to divide this by 2 and you will get how much? 128. So we can make 128 values for the negative and 128 values reserved for the positive. If I have to write it on a scale, then 0 to, I'll write this side all positive values starting from 0 to 127, and this side I'll write it as negative values. So minus 128, this will be minus 1, minus 2. So signed character data type will occupy what? Will occupy positive values from 0 to 127, and this side all positive values. So the range of numbers, it is how much? From minus 128 to 127. This is the range. Okay, within this range you can give a value for the signed character data type. Here I have written one simple program. Okay, it is just what? Declaring a variable a, initializing the value for the variable a and printing the value for the variable a. So this program is written in high level language. Now this program will get converted into what? Machine level language using the compiler. Now when we are saying that the character data type gets stored, what? The representation for each of the values for the character data type is also in binary form, then how is it possible? In this program you have one integer 10, so definitely I have written here the same example. If 10 in decimal, it by using the number system, that is converting the decimal number into the binary number, you will be writing what? 10 to 1010. Like this, any number here, instead of 10, if I am writing 9, then you are writing what? The 9 in decimal number. If you are writing here a equal to 10, then using the number system, this will be written in binary. So this is 9. Fine. Like this, any number, if it is mentioned here, the digits that are there in the program, that are getting converted easily in the binary form using the number system. But how about these characters? One is hash, then you have one word include, you have angular brackets as the characters here, you have the opening brace, closing flower brace, then you have equal to, int. All these are what? All these are different symbols. That is, these symbols will also have binary equivalent value, but by which character system are you converting this? That is the question. So normally all programming languages makes use of the ASCII character system. So ASCII character system always converts a given character, a given symbol into binary form. So when we are saying that ASCII is the character system that is followed by all programming languages, and moreover, if you take for example any language, English language only, if you take, you have the uppercase letters A to Z, lowercase digits and special characters. Now all these are having what? The ASCII value. That's the reason the compiler, though in the high level language the characters are mentioned, it gets converted into its equivalent binary value using the ASCII system. So in English, if you see, I have written here the equivalent values. So the equivalent decimal values for each of these letters. First we'll see what does ASCII stands for. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Now for this particular A to Z, suppose if you're taking the alphabet A, the equivalent value is 65, B is 66, like this. For Z, 90. If you take lowercase, 97, A, B is having 98, C value is 99, and Z is 128, 122. And for the digits, 0 is 48, 149, 259, 57. Also, you have seen that we are using the special symbols in the program. So hash is having a value 35, percentage 37, comma 44 equal to 61, and question mark 33. So all these are equivalent decimal values. This decimal values will get converted into binary form, that is in a language which is understood by the machine. Now one question is, why it is decided that 1 byte of memory only is needed for the character data type? Now you are writing so many characters in the program, A, B, C, hash, comma, bracket, okay, all these things. But to store each of these characters, we are saying that 1 byte of memory is needed. Why we have decided only 1 byte? Why not 2 bytes, or why not 4 bytes? See, for integers we are using 2 bytes. So why is that for the character we are using only 1 byte? The reason I'll explain to you now. See, look, for example, now English language. If you take English language, the uppercase letters are 26 in numbers. The lowercase, uppercase alphabets are 26 in numbers. The lowercase are 26 in numbers. The digits are 10. Apart from this, we have special symbols. Hash, comma, equal, question mark, opening bracket, closing bracket, opening flower brace, closing flower brace, star, asterisk, so many things. So all that put together, you take it as 150. So we have 150, 26 uppercase, 26 lowercase, and digits 10. So totally it will be how much? It is 212. Now for this 212, the nearest number, okay, that means on the upper side if you take, which is in terms of powers of 2, you can write it as 256, okay. So 256, if you have to write it in powers of 2, you are writing how? 2 to the power of 8. So this 8 bits are needed here to represent a character, and 8 bits is how much? 1 byte. That's the reason 1 byte is chosen here to store the character data type. And even if you take the keyboard, the laptop keyboard or the desktop, you can see that there are 106 keys on the keyboard. By using the shift keys, you may get another 106 symbols. So totally here it is 212, which is less than 256. Maximum number of symbols or letters for any language, if you take, it cannot be more than 256. So for that reason only we are taking 1 byte as the memory to store the character data type. Fine. So this is all about the character data type. Also in the same session I have given you the complete details of these data types, that is the size of each of the data types and the range. So in order to remember all these data types, its size and range, better to write it in this form so that it is easy for you. First you write down the heading as integers. Right here integers is of signed type, unsigned type. Then signed we have short int and long int. Unsigned you have short int and long int. So totally you just check here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 6 rows you will be writing here. Okay, start writing like this. The column heading, what type of data, then the size in bytes for that data type, and the range. So you can look here. The first one is the short int, second int, third long int. Similarly 4, 5, 6 is what? Unsigned short int, unsigned long int. So I have written here the size in bytes. Short int, it is 2 bytes. Range is -32768 to 32767. Int, it occupies 2 bytes, hence the same range here. Long, it occupies the 4 bytes. Then we have the range mentioned here. Then unsigned short int, it occupies 2 bytes. Unsigned short int is what? Only positive values it takes. So the range is 0 to 65535. Similarly for unsigned int and unsigned long int. Next, so this 6 rows get completed here. Next you write character data type, that is the next main data type is the character. We have the signed and unsigned. Fine. When you are writing here, you have to write down 3 rows, one for just char, signed char and unsigned char. Remember these two are same. That means if you are just writing char also in the program, it is assumed that it is a signed char. So explicitly if you want to mention, you can use this keyword signed. Otherwise just char means what? The signed. It accepts both positive and negative values. The next is what? Unsigned char. The range is 0 to 255. The next third type you can remember like this, fractional numbers or decimal numbers. Then the three main types will be, that means the numbers can be represented in the floating form, double and long double. So 1, 2, 3. Here also you will have 3 rows. Previously also character 3 rows. Integer 6, 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 3 12. Totally you are going to remember for this 12 rows the information. What information? What is the data type? What is the size in bytes for that data type, and what is the range of bytes. So in this session I have explained you about the character data type, and also for all the different data types the size and range of bytes it accepts. And hope you find this session useful. If you find it useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.